Hello everybody! This is kind of a sporadic vlog. It is springtime in Alaska, as you know, and I kind of talked about like April being the worst month to visit Alaska in the last vlog. But there is a lot of cool things about springtime in Alaska. It is kind of the light at the end of the tunnel after like such a crazy winter. So there is a lot of good still in Alaska spring. It's just not the prettiest time to come here because there's not really a ton to do. It's too wet to really go out and play, and but it's not warm enough to really like do the summertime things. So anyways, one of the fun things, we actually have birch trees here in Alaska, and Natalie has been wanting to tap a birch tree.
I got sapped, so I'll show you.
It is just like tapping a maple tree, but do you want to kind of tell them what you did yesterday to get that?
I had a little tube, and I used the tube on the tree, and
How did you attach it?
I kind of like a little bit hammered it in, but we got some sap. But I think what happened last night is the tube came off of it. The wind blew it, so it wasn't. It didn't get enough sap in the actual bucket. I thought it was gonna be a little bigger, but
well, I think if we drill a bigger hole.
Yeah, but look, we actually got some.
So this is how much sap she got. I think if we drill a bigger hole, we'll get some more sap out of it. This is going to be a little fun project for. Oh yeah? What are you doing?
I'm in the mud. What
are you doing over there? You're in the mud? Oh.
Now, just wait.
I thought this would be a lot of fun to show you guys because this is something I've always wanted to do, and to tell you the truth, I worry a little bit because there's such a big birch allergy in my family, but we're just gonna keep an eye on it. And the kids have really enjoyed doing outdoor stuff, and they have watched a bunch of videos about people doing just outdoorsy things, and they're really excited to explore this summer and just go do fun things. We're gonna do another one when Lance gets home. Lance really likes to be involved in like stuff like this, so I think he's a little bit sad that we tapped one of the trees without him. They have tree taps that you can buy, and I wish I had one, but the local hardware store here doesn't have it, so we just figured we would use a plastic straw that we had and a plastic bucket, and you know what, if some trees and things get in there, we're gonna filter it anyways. So it is just a beautiful spring day here. It is still very wet. It is still very snowy, very much snowy, but it's crawling up there. Addison is still in her snowsuit just because she's so little. I am in my winter coat. It's just chilly in the shade, and most of our property is in the shade unless you're in the middle of our yard, and it's still very filled with snow.
Do not go in there.
Did you just go potty?
Go in there.
Better? Okay, I love you.
I love you.
Okay, we got salt-free.
Are you impressed with my seasonings?
Oh, I did.
then homemade potato salad.
Homemade?
Something like that. Happy dinner!
Happy dinner.
Oh, maybe a knife too, Natalie?
No! Alright, so we got dinner done, and now we are going to go tap some more birch trees. We just did a small tap in that first tree, but this tree back here is one that we are going to take down this summer because it's kind of leaning. So it's going to be kind of our test one for seeing how it handles like a bigger tap. So the tree that we're doing is this one right here, to give you guys kind of an idea of how big our birch trees are. They're massive. This guy that's leaning was leaned all the way over here, right on top of my father-in-law's boat. So it made us kind of nervous. What do you think, dude?
Size, guys?
What do you think?
Epic.
Really see the straw behind it?
Uh-oh.
You know it's big enough.
So we got that one going. We have never done this before, and we're not using actual tree taps because I called the place that I figured would have them and they didn't have it. So we're kind of working with what we have. Probably not the right way to tap trees, but we are trying to be very careful that we don't. I mean, this tree is, like I said, it's one tree that is gonna have to come down this year. We're gonna wait about 24 hours and check on these and see how much sap we have. It's dripping pretty fast. This other one we tapped probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours ago. So we're gonna see how much sap is in there. It is still pretty cold out, guys. It's almost May, it's a few days until May, and it is still just cold. So I don't know if that makes a difference. I feel like it does. It is nice and sunny though. All right, so this was like 4 or 5 hours ago, and look at all that already. That is so cool. That's a lot, huh? Okay, the kids are starting to lose character. It's almost 8 o'clock, which, look at this beautiful sun. I'm not even sure if you can see me right now, but definitely still sunny out. The kids are getting very tired. We're trying to get on a normal schedule with the whole quarantine thing. Like, it's been super hard to stay on a schedule. Well, we haven't messed it up a lot, but it's been a lot of nights of the kids going to bed at like 9:30, 10, which is pretty late. Anyways, we're going to let these sit until tomorrow. It's actually dripping really fast. Let me show you. Now it seems kind of slow because it's just dripping, but I mean, it's faster than I imagined it would be. So I am going to wait until these are done tomorrow. We're probably going to filter it somehow. I need to read about what I need to do, if I need to filter it before or after we boil it. But what we're going to do is boil it all down, and then all that's left is the sugar, I believe. So I'm going to continue this vlog tomorrow because we're going to do the whole process of boiling it down and everything, and I figured I should probably put this all into one. We'll see you guys in the morning. Realistically, probably afternoon. I know I said I was gonna vlog today, but I think it's gonna take a little while to get the sap. But the kids and I went on a walk today, and poor Brayden, he's got this like tiny little balance bike. We went on a walk and I added it up, and it was like a 1.2 mile walk. And he rode that little balance bike like the whole way. So, Daddy of the Year went and picked him up a little bike because we can't really go to the store and let him pick it out. So Lance is here with it. He's gonna surprise him. Wanna help Daddy with groceries?
Yeah. Hold on, I have to get my boots here.
Okay, go get your boots. Daddy got that for you.
I have to ride it right now.
Show you, I'd move the seat around a little bit probably. If you twist it, it moves.
Whoa!
Is that awesome?
Yeah. Can I ride it right now?
Yeah.
Yay!
We might have to take the training wheels off, Daddy.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do it without the training wheels, bud?
Yeah.
You just learned how to ride a bike tonight. Oh, good job, bud. Proud of you. Hello, everybody. So this has turned out to be quite the process in collecting the sap. I did not realize. So we are very new at this, and I'm really glad we kind of tested it out on the tree that has to come down anyways. As you guys see here, we went out to check our sap, and there was definitely some sap in there, but it was very frozen. And you can see it's dripping down from the tap that we made out of the plastic straw. So yesterday, throughout the day, we waited and we collected even more and made sure to, I guess, harvest it before we went to bed last night, or at least the kids went to bed. And as you see here, we are pulling the sap down and just pouring it into our jar. We have an entire jar full of sap, super exciting. So now it's been about 2 days of harvesting sap. Yesterday was very cold, so obviously when it froze, it did not drip a lot of sap, but yesterday got warmer. Like it's 36 degrees right now outside. So now we are going out. It's been about 48 hours since our first tap, and we're gonna go collect it. We're gonna put it in the pan. A few things I've learned during my research is, sounds like you don't get very much syrup. Like I think about 10 gallons of sap, you will get about 2 cups of syrup. So I'm not sure, this might even be just like a tiny amount of syrup that the kids can just kind of taste, because I don't want to tap a bunch of trees and not really know what we're doing, because it can harm the trees. You do have to be very careful that you do it the correct way. You don't want to kill the tree, and I think you are supposed to plug it. So I think we're going to try to make a plug for the birch trees when we're done with them, so they don't keep dripping all their sap, because that is the nutrients for the tree. And we would like to continue to do this, I think, if it works out okay. I don't want to keep tapping the tree if it doesn't. So we're gonna head out and we're gonna go harvest some birch sap.
Come down below, hit the subscribe button, and give me a big thumbs up. Yeah, it's like so cool, but like huge, it's like right here. Yeah, that's just overnight.
Oh my word, we're gonna have to do some serious filtering.
Yeah!
All right, it is super cold out. It is like windy and it is like barely above freezing. So we're gonna hurry up and go grab the other one and hope there's more in there too. Okay, so I just realized I don't have any cheesecloth. This is really makeshift birch syrup because we are working with what we got. All I have are coffee filters. So I'm going to be using my coffee pot to hold the filter, but I'm not running the syrup through the coffee pot. I'm just using it as a place to hold the filter because it'll go flat. So my camera just died and I have 3 camera batteries and not one of them do I have charged. So we're going to be recording this on my phone. Hopefully the quality is okay. I'm gonna show you what we're going to be doing to filter it. Like I said, I don't have any cheesecloth, which cheesecloth is probably preferred, but we're going to use just a unbleached coffee filter. So what I did was I cleaned all the parts to my coffee pot, including the carafe that I don't clean enough. I'm not going to be running this coffee pot. I am going to be just using it basically as a stand to hold my filter because I don't have anything that this is going to sit into and be able to drain through. So I will have to clean it after I'm done. So what I'm going to be doing is just pouring the syrup directly into here so it can pour into here, and then we'll pour it in the pot and get it boiling. Okay, things escalated quickly, guys. The sap was taking a super long time, which I fully expected, not a big deal. But I went to go lay down and I said, hey, can you keep an eye on the sap? Make sure just it doesn't like go into a crazy boil. We just want it to simmer. He took it as like it's not supposed to boil, so he turned it way down. And so I was like, oh, it's got a ways to go. I come down here to come check on it and I really thought I burned it. I think I caught it at the exact time you were supposed to pull it off. I think if I would have came a minute later, it probably would have been burned. That's how crazy this is. It was almost a gallon of sap that we had. And you're not gonna believe how little syrup we actually got. This is the amount of syrup. It's about 1/8 of a cup out of not quite a gallon, probably 2 cups less than a gallon of sap. So it is definitely time consuming, but this has been a lot of fun. If you have birch trees around you, do it for fun. I mean, obviously you're not gonna get a ton of syrup out of it. It took us 4 hours to boil this, and really it's not too humid in here. Now we're not boiling gallons and gallons and gallons of it. I heard that if you have a large amount of it, which you're probably going to have to get any amount of syrup really, I heard that you can have like a really sticky house and very humid obviously because you're boiling all the water. Some people recommended doing it outside. Now I knew because we had such a small amount it wasn't going to be a big deal, so I decided to do it in here. So I think we're going to continue to make it until we have enough to have like a breakfast with our homemade syrup. I'm just gonna try the little spatula that I had. It reminds me a lot of fresh maple syrup. Now, if you have a maple tree, you can get like twice the amount of syrup out of sap as a birch tree. But I don't know, I just thought this was a really cool thing to do with the kids. I think we're gonna keep harvesting it from the tree until we get enough to have like a nice breakfast morning. And I'm just gonna kind of do it as we get the sap. If you guys have made birch syrup, let me know if you have any tips and tricks or what I should be doing. Like I said, this was the first time for us and I just kind of like pulled bits and pieces, so I could be doing it really wrong. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this fun Alaskan journey with us, because this was even new to a born and raised Alaskan. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!